The moment changed everything was not loud or dramatic. It was a quiet second suspended in the air, the kind of second where fear and hope collide, where one wrong choice could shatter lives and one brave choice could save them. I stood there, heart racing, hands trembling, looking up at my boss as the wind whipped around us, knowing that if she fell, I would either catch her, or lose her forever. That was the moment I realized some risks are worth everything, even your heart. Before the story goes any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet power of human connection, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to our channel, The Kindness Chronicles. Your support helps these stories reach hearts that may be breaking in silence. I never planned to care about her the way I did. When I first joined the company, she was simply my boss, known for her sharp mind, disciplined routines, and an emotional distance that made people respect her but never truly know her. She walked through the office like someone carrying invisible weight, shoulders straight, eyes focused, never lingering too long in conversation. To everyone else, she was intimidating. To me, she was a mystery I could not stop noticing. I saw the small things others missed, the way her smile faded when she thought no one was looking, the way she stayed late long after the lights went off, the way she carried success like armor rather than joy. My own life was not impressive. I was an ordinary man with ordinary struggles, working hard to survive in a city that never slowed down. I had learned early that dreams often come with disappointment, so I kept mine small and manageable. Show up on time. Do the work. Go home. Repeat. Loving someone like her was never part of the plan. Yet somehow, without asking permission, she became part of my thoughts, part of my quiet prayers at night. Over time, circumstances forced us closer. A difficult project, impossible deadlines, and long hours trapped in meeting rooms where stress stripped away pretenses. I began to see cracks in her strength. She was brilliant but exhausted, confident but lonely. The pressure from the board, the expectations of being perfect, the whispers that she was not doing enough despite giving everything. Slowly, without realizing it, I became the one person she trusted to stay calm when everything else fell apart. Not because I was special, but because I listened without judgment. The day everything changed began like any other, until it didn't. We were sent on a company retreat meant to inspire leadership and teamwork, held at a remote mountain resort. The views were breathtaking, but beneath the beauty was tension. She had just lost someone important in her life, a loss she never spoke about openly, and the grief clung to her like a shadow. That evening, as the sun disappeared behind the mountains, the weight she carried finally became too heavy. Standing at the edge of that high platform overlooking the valley, she looked smaller than I had ever seen her. Not weak, but tired in a way that sleep could never fix. The air was cold, the silence loud. When she leaned forward, uncertain, torn between holding on and letting go, my entire world narrowed to that single instant. I promised myself that no matter what happened next, I would not step away. That if she chose to fall, I would be there, not just with my arms, but with my heart. And in that moment, she understood something too. That falling does not always mean breaking. Sometimes it means being caught. She stepped back from the edge, not because the fear disappeared, but because something stronger replaced it. Hope. The realization that maybe she did not have to carry everything alone. That maybe allowing someone else into her guarded world was not a weakness, but a kind of courage she had never practiced before. From that day on, things shifted quietly between us. There were no grand confessions, no dramatic changes overnight. Just small moments filled with meaning. Shared coffee in the early mornings. Comfortable silences that felt safe instead of awkward. Glances that carried understanding rather than authority. The office remained the same, but our world inside it had softened. She began to smile more, not the polite professional smile, but the kind that reaches the eyes. I began to believe that maybe I was capable of more than just surviving. Together, without labels or promises, we healed parts of ourselves we never knew were broken. She learned to rest. I learned to dream again. Life, of course, did not suddenly become easy. There were rumors, challenges, and moments when we questioned whether this fragile connection could survive reality. But every time doubt crept in, I remembered that moment at the edge. That trust once given has the power to change everything. Near the end of this story, I want to ask you something from the heart. If this journey moved you, if it reminded you of someone you almost gave up on or a moment when kindness saved you, please engage with this video. Like it, share it, and let others feel what you felt. Stories like this live on through your support, because in the end, this was never just a story about a boss and an employee. It was a story about two people standing on the edge of their fears, choosing connection over isolation, and discovering that sometimes, falling for someone is not a mistake. Sometimes, it is the very thing that teaches you how to stand. Before you leave, I have one special request. Please comment this line below so we know you were truly here with us. I believe in catching people when they fall. Thank you for listening, for feeling, and for being part of the Kindness Chronicles.